Hi ladies, a common topic I've been encountering lately is how to handle your negative emotional triggers. So we all have that moment where our parents come in and say something and we get so upset over it, and we all have that moment where our man didn't speak it respectful to us and we got so triggered, saying that, oh my, he is not respecting me, he doesn't see me as a valuable woman, am I worthy, am I enough, and then we got into that downward spiral in dealing with emotional triggers. So I want to talk about emotional trigger today, because I think it's going to be really beneficial for you on the reason why people trigger some sort of emotions in you. And the second thing is, how can you actually start transforming those negative emotional triggers into something that is beneficial for you, instead of feeling depressed, instead of feeling sad, instead of hiding from people. And if you watching me on replays, hashtag replay that down below, and also let me know where you come from. Say hi, drop a heart. That would mean the world to me to receive them, because I always wanted to send so much love out there and I wanted to receive so much love back. So emotional triggers. One of the reasons why you got easy triggers by a behavior, by someone saying something very, very normal, it is because that you are carrying that belief about yourself inside of you already. So for example, if you already thinking that you are not worthy of love, then just like a random man behavior, saying like he didn't call you to confirm on date, or he didn't want to offer the payment on a dinner date, then automatically you got triggered and you got sent back to those feeling, I am not worthy, I'm not worthy of love, I'm not worthy to receive. So it is very hard at first to actually see it that way, but if you continuing see emotional triggers as something that they are doing to you, then you are going to waste the biggest chance to actually turn it around and heal in a deeper level within yourself. Because just like saying, if I tell you that you are a white client, then you are just gonna laugh at me, right? Because you don't believe you are a white lion. But if say that you already believe you are a white lion and you don't want to own that about yourself, you say, oh no, I want to be like a yellow lion, I want to be that beautiful lion, then you are going to get triggered by me saying that you are a white lion. So always knowing that anything you got triggered, it is not about them. It is really about that belief that you already carry in yourself. So they are there to just talk about it, to just like activate that emotions that have been suppressed within you for so long, like for a long time, maybe since your childhood, maybe since you are like 7 or 8 years, maybe since previous lifetime, we don't know. But where any time that you got triggered, you got regressed back to those moments that speak about yourself, and you put meaning in that moment about yourself, and that's why you always wanted to react to the words, reacting to the behavior, and you want to start showing that no, I'm not that way, I'm not that person, I'm more worthy. And then you started to let that man know, say like finding any way to say to that man that no, I'm worthy, you have to pay that dinner for me. And you see how it is like a power struggles. If you don't know how to transfer and transform your emotional triggers and actually look back and took that opportunity to heal yourself, you always are going to be in the reactive mode, and you always are going to be the one who suffer the most, because the people who say they didn't actually mean something, but it is us who put meaning into what the behavior is and speak about, and let it define your own meaning, like define your own value. That is how you got triggered so much and you got reactive so much towards those behavior or those words. So I'm here to tell you that the first thing to be aware is to be aware that anything that people say to you that really make you upset, that really make you angry, that really make you feel a certain negative emotions, know that they don't mean it. It's not in their intention, but really they are helping you to really see what's inside of you, what are already inside of you that you haven't actually got the chance to heal. So that is number one. And secondly, if you don't know how to transform and transfer those powerful emotions, you know, energy is emotion in emotions, right? Emotion is energy in motions. So if you don't know how to transfer those energy into something that benefits you, you are going to be carried away by those negative emotions, by the negative energy. And we know well enough, joyful and happy is up here, but negative emotion is down here. It's gonna weight you down. It's gonna lower your vibrations, and you're gonna start attract more chaotic, more mess into your life, and more troubles, more problems. And it doesn't appear out of thin air, but it's always started with some moment of trigger. So I always wanted for you to remember that in those moments of triggers, really remember, this is for you. This is the chance for you to transform it and to make it work for you, and to actually help you know and like and love yourself so much better. In the end of the day, we are the only one who stand behind us. We are the only one who can provide us the love and the attention, the behavior that we crave. And know that people around you only show you the exact treatment that you are already carrying inside of you. So how can you transform your emotional triggers into something beneficial for you? There are many ways, but one of the way is my way is to really feel through those emotional triggers, because the first thing that I notice people normally do is to numb it, to suppress it, it's just hiding from it. So when they get angry, they don't want to show that, oh, they are like a bad person and they are like at a lower consciousness. So they don't want to show that anger. Of course, we don't have to show the anger to the person, but we have to let those anger come out of you, because the more negative emotion you suppress by numbing, the worse it is for you to actually see how it's gonna be affecting your relationship with the people you love the most. And I really want you to remember this one. I learned this from one of the Oprah Winfrey talk. If you don't know how to process your emotional triggers, the people around you, the one you love the most, are going to suffer from it, because energy is just only transferring from one form to another. It doesn't like appear and then just exist like this way. It's gonna go somewhere. And if you don't know how to process through your emotional triggers, and if you don't know how to heal yourself through those emotional triggers, you are going to dump it on the people that you love the most. And that is the hardest part for us to see. We almost always feeling so guilty after dumping our emotions on our sister, on our brothers, on our parents, on our mother. But we didn't know how to stop ourselves before that. And so I am here to really encourage you to let those emotions come out in a healthy way. So that is number one. Second, how can you transfer it? So by accepting it, that is those emotions is already inside of you, that it is part of you, that you are owning it. Sometimes even me, I always see some of the, like, if I'm always say that if I'm angry, I'm not in the level of consciousness that I wanted for myself to be in, right? Because I follow Buddhist, and I wanted to always be still and peaceful and calm, but it's not working that way. We are still human. We still have emotions, and the more we suppress it down, the more we don't know how to release it, how to accept it, how to process it. The more it's gonna build like a whole tumor in your body, and when it's like a bomb and it's big enough, it's gonna explode, and the one who are the closest around us gonna be suffer from it. Like you fall into depression, you are going to have an outburst of emotions, you are just yelling at your friends, or you are just like get triggered so much and you just walk out of the friendship that really meaningful for you. So I've seen that again and again and again. So I want you to know that if you don't process through your emotional triggers, people around you and yourself are going to be hurt the most from this. Secondly, after accepting it, you have to know how to make it work for yourself. So you always have to adopt the mindset of this is happening for me, not to me. So it is happening so that I can grow better, so that I learn about myself deeper, so that I know that I know something about me that I've always carried that I've never realized before. Like say if you always have a backpack at your back and carry so much negative criticism around yourself, or negative anger around yourself, then it is very beneficial for someone to actually point it out for you, like, hey, you are carrying some rock at the back, please drop it, right? Because the criticism, the judgment comes to us doesn't say that, oh, it's not like they say to you that, oh, please drop it, but by them pointing out that you have something at the back, it is beneficial for you to get aware of what you already carry on for so long. And the more awareness you build around your backpack, the better it is, like the much lighter you are and the much more higher frequency of vibration you are going to vibrating at. So if you ask me if I want to raise my vibration, then yes, you have to drop those emotional triggers, you drop those negative emotions, and really know that the more you drop them, the lighter you are and the faster you are going to get to where you want it to be. So the process is always accepting it, processing through it, and then transforming it into something that's beneficial for you. And this exact process is going to help you release those emotional triggers in a healthy way that is not going to make you feel guilty later on by dumping it on your own beloved people that are around you, that really love you, that really care for you. And I want you to know that we all have triggers. We all have lots and lots and lots of triggers. It comes from our childhood wound. It comes from someone say something in the previous life. It can come from so many sources. We don't know, and we actually every single day, if you don't know how to guard your heart and guard your energy, you are gonna attract a lot of people who actually trigger you. So remember, you have to be healthily in releasing those emotional triggers and really knowing that it is for you. It is not happening to make you feel bad about yourself. So this is I hope this is helpful. Emotional triggers is part of the model 2 in my Destined to Be Loved. I created this program for women, specifically for women who struggles with commitment, for women who struggle with intimacy, for women who never know how to actually keep a deeper connection with a man, and who actually haven't actually known her. Like if you always trying to be someone else so that he can love you, and you feeling like you're living like two identity at the same time, then Destined to Be Loved is gonna answer your questions. Am I good enough to be loved? Because from all of my journey in this work, what I realized is engagement and marriage is not the final destination. Who you are on the process of becoming and getting that goal is the key. And you can have whatever you want. No desire is too big enough. But you have to always go back to the question, who do I have to be in order to have those desires? Because that is only when you can keep it for a long time. Otherwise, you can manipulate it, you can fake it until you make it, you can manifest in a way that you use the tool to actually get something that is not right in your vibration, but later on you are going to lose it big time. So answering the questions around Destined to Be Loved, there are a few questions I already got. Some women come to me and ask me, that price is too much for me right now. Can you why don't you lower it down? But I do believe that when you pay a commitment, full commitment, 100% commitment into the work, you are never going to find this a waste of money or a waste of time, because transformation doesn't come from you buying the product and listening to my video every single day. Transformation comes to you when you apply the advice that is right for you. No advice are good for every single person, and this is why I make it clear, very very clear at the beginning of this launch of this Destined to Be Loved, that is, this program is not for everyone. It is only for those women who struggle in getting the commitment that she wants for so long, and who started to questioning her own sense of worthiness, who started to doubt if it is going to ever happen to her, who really wanted to make it work for herself and started to receive the knowledge that works for so many women, and now she wanted to learn from that modeling and save herself so much more time, heartbreak, and I think time is the biggest asset that you have. If you lost your time, if you lost 1 or 2 years of your youth, that is gone, and that is gone forever. A lot of the women come to me and say, oh, I'm only 25, I'm still having 5 years to be in this journey. And I can tell them, you can have it right now. You don't have to wait for 5 years. You don't have to wait until 30 and then get rushed into this one and get more desperate and feel more doubtful over your situation, because the longer you wait, the much more incident that you are going to encounter that is not going to bring you up but would tear you down. So I would say it is a tipping point that right now I'm offering, because I've been in a lot of programs, I've been in a lot of live programs, and I've really knowing what is the value in my teaching. Of course, this is not for everyone, and if you feel like right now you are not in that mindset of spending money on yourself to get help with yourself, that's okay too. Remember, I started where you started right now. I always go to seek out the advices from every sources that I can, and then trying to use my emotional intelligence in order to apply for the specific situation. Sometimes it worked, but most of the time it didn't. And I'm here not to tell you that my advice is not right, but my advice is applicable to a certain level of consciousness. It's not applicable to all level of the women. I don't want to differentiate, but what I found out is there is no clear-cut answer for every single situation, and really your unique story, your unique pattern, your unique family background are really for you, are really your own identity. So don't try to be blend in with the society and losing your identity just because you think that you can't. And this is also my invitation for you to start opening up your abundant mindset, to start I want to start inviting you in my journey of expanding my abundant mindset. I am like a Vietnamese woman. I didn't start where I got a lot of money. I didn't. And right now in this position, I can see that money is just energy, and energy flow towards you when you are opening to receive it, and when you feel worthy of receiving. Otherwise, you're going to just push it away, all the chances to increase your vibration. And let's switch from the mindset of saving it until to the mindset of what I can do here, how can I afford this, what I can do here so that I can have this to raise my vibration, and from raising my vibration I would be able to start attracting more abundance and to start working on for myself so much better. So never think about investment on yourself. It's a waste of money. That money is never going to come back, because it is going to come back. You are never going to lose anything when you're investing in yourself the right way. You only lose it when you don't know how to invest, and you go out and you go shopping, you go to buy clothes, and you go to pay for a lot of people who are matching people. To me, it's not working, because it is just a part of you avoiding to look at to the actual problem, and the problem doesn't come from people around you. The problem comes from ourselves. The problem comes from the limiting belief that we carry inside of our heart since a child. The problem comes from we holding on to some sort of meaning and definition about yourself through a lot of incidents that are happening in your life. So if you don't address those problems, even you have a man and you get married, things still gonna come up that need your attention to heal. And that is just the journey of any human being here in this planet. And the longer you've been waiting for it, I think the more suffering is going to be coming showing to you. So I really want you to know that this is my invitation for you to start stepping up the vibration and being amongst women who also have so much abundance in mindset, and that is going to help you to start attracting better quality men, and also better abundant source like time, money, attention. All of that are everywhere around you. And the next question I get a lot is, I have got so many other programs. I also enrolled in the program lately. So I don't think I can do this one. So first and foremost, you can and you cannot. So if you if you are a woman who just wanted to buy a lot of programs and just sit there and learn without practicing it, then you are not my woman. Yeah, I'm owning it because I really want to make this work. I put this price point not because that it is not valuable, because I know how valuable it is, but I want for all of those women who have been following me for a long time, who are in that Asia part of the world, to be able to access information that are very beneficial for them. So if you are the woman who just wanted to sit there and watch and thinking that by watching and learning only it's going to transform your situation, then it is not for you. Any work, transformation doesn't come from you starting a program. Transformation comes from you learning the technique and applying it, implementing in your situation. So I would love for all the women who join me going to have that attitude of doing until you make it, doing it until you make it, because success is not about you listening to other people teaching. Success is about you repeating a pattern of behavior that is constructive for your growth. Remember, success is about repetition. If you don't take action, if you don't implement it, then it is not going to work for you. Secondly is I know that if you wanted to do some self-study program, it is also good, but nothing beats the live coaching, the live program. I've joined a lot of live program with my other coaches, and I have to say that I've grown so much leap and bound, because I always join their live programs and receive the teaching, ask them the question that I don't understand, and then get unstuck right away. And also the atmosphere where you are in that zone where all other women are also fierce and wanting to change their situation and are applying the information that they are learning from you, learning from me, then, and you also see that you are going to learn from a lot of other women's story, because we carry so much different unique pattern, but in general we carry the same pain, we carry the same suffering, we carry the same fears. It is just a law of oneness. I and you are not any different. So if you are thinking about joining, then don't miss on the chance of the limited bonuses, because that is only valid until tomorrow. And I want you to start stepping up the game and get help with the guidance that are specifically designed for you. Private coaching is always a space where you learn so much more from your coach. You are able to apply the advice that works for you. Sometimes you know about feminine energy, but in some moment you really need to be more in your leaning back, or you have to be more in your zone of receiving. You actually don't know, but the teacher who actually implemented it in and mastering the application of it actually knows and tell you, oh, this is not where you need to focus right now. You need to focusing on this one, so that you can create the foundation for your vibration to start attracting more money. So like how, for example, when I first started with a lot of my lady, I didn't work with them right away in man attraction. I work with them clearing out about a lot of things in their life that is not serving them. I help them to clear a lot of limiting belief and emotions that has been suppressed in them for so long. And then when they feel like a detox body, then you can be opening up the space and start receiving a new good thing in your life. So I hope this is helpful, and this answer you the questions of is it right for you? It's like, is it worth the investment? And I always say it is worth it when you spend not just the money, but with the mindset of you are going to make change in your life. Even the free advices I'm offering also help changing a lot of women's life already. So this little program is going to help you so much, because that is the knowledge that I have been gathering for the past 4 years that I wished I could actually tell myself 4 years ago, so that it saved me so much more time and so much less heartbreak along the way on this journey to find the love and be loved for who I am. So yeah, that's it about emotional triggers, really embodying this process. And if you feel like this is helpful, you want to learn more, module 2 in Destined to Be Loved, I teach a lot on handling your fears, emotional triggers, and how to transform it to make it something that is better for your life. So until next time, I want you to know that you are loved and you are supported. Any desire that you have, it's already available for you. It is only a decision away. And I hope that you're going to take the actions. You're going to sign up for Destined to Be Loved and join me with all other amazing women who have so much compassion in their heart and who are so amazing as well and are wired to make a change in their love life. Until next time, I hope you have a great day and speak soon. If you have any questions, drop me a comment, PM me, hang out with me on IG and Empowered Me. I do a lot of daily story there, and yeah, see you later.